Greetings and welcome to Product Reviews TV. Today we will be reviewing the very affordable Sony HDR-CX405 Handycam video camera. This camera can be found online for around $228 US new and records video and still images. If you are a lover of the Handycam format and are looking to purchase one that's easy on the wallet, the information contained within this video may be of interest to you. Alright, let's have a look at this little camera. Now you're going to notice some modifications on here that are not included with the camera as you buy it. For example, I've got a cold shoe that I've mounted on here, and I've got a step-up ring that I have mounted on the front so that I can screw filters on. Of course, I got my lens cap. So yours, stock from the factory, will not come with any provision to screw any filter onto the front, and it will not come with a hot or cold shoe. I've also got my little lanyard attached here. So having said that, let's take a look at it. HD AVC HD Handycam HDR CX405 9.2 megapixels. Also includes still image recording as well as video. Here's your wide and telephoto switch. Here's your photo switch to snap a photo. Here is your start and stop record button. You got your little hand grip, which is adjustable. Now this, we'll take that out in a minute. Here's your little adjustable hand grip. Adjust with some Velcro right here. I left it the way it was when it came to me because it works for me. Now this little USB cord, which it's not just plugging into leather. It's got a little plastic insert in here. This is what you'll use to charge your camera batteries or transfer some files to your computer or to power it from an external USB power source. And it just firmly snaps right in there, which is really nice. This is your power charging light, which will come on. It will illuminate when you're charging. This is a multi outlet. It looks like a micro USB. I'm not sure what services you can get from that port. I'll have to go into the manual a little more deeply. This is your close and open for lens cover. It will open and close. Let me take my filters off here so I can show you. Okay, there's the lens cover. See, that's your protection to protect the lens. Just see, since I've got some filters on the front of mine, I don't need to worry about closing that ever. I've got protection on the front. And I've got my little lens cap here that I have added, and it's tethered just like the wrist lanyard is tethered to a little mounting portion of the camera right there. And at the bottom we've got the 1/4 20 standard screw in, so you could screw on top of a little tripod or what have you. Let's see, let's open this sucker up. Now as soon as you open it, it powers on. That's the beauty of a little Handycam. But we're not going to quite get into that menu yet. We're going to look over here. It's got a little speaker. Here's your little cover. My SD card goes in here. You should notice that the side with the electrical contacts goes downward, and the colored portion should be upward, and you want to make sure you get it positioned in there good. Otherwise, the screen will give you an error message. Here's your HDMI out port, which you can either play your videos and images on a TV that is HDMI compatible, which most are, or you can press record and have the TV be a large monitor. Okay, so let's close that right up. And I am going to adjust some lighting here so we can see the screen better. Let me just get zoomed in for you. All right, let's whip through this menu. First, we've got shooting mode. Our choices are movie or photo. We've got this camera and mic section, and this covers a lot of different things. We've got the white balance, which you can choose some different modes here for auto, outdoor, daylight, tungsten bulb, and you can do your own custom white balance. Exposure, you can do manual exposure or auto exposure. I've got it on auto at the moment. Focus, you can do manual focus or you can do autofocus. Speaking of focus, we need to get this camera back on here. Alrighty. Iris, which is the aperture. You can have auto or manual. Shutter speed, auto or manual. Low lux. You got clear filming possible in low light. You can have that on or off. Scene selection. You got some various scene selections. I've got it on auto. You've got nighttime. You've got cloudiness. You've got snow. You've got landscape. And some various light modes there. Picture effect. I've currently got it set to off, but there's some choices of toy or color pop, some other things like that, some black and white if you like effects. The fader, which on your videos can fade in and out in color. You can have a white fader or a black fader. Self timer, operation center, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I can't use this right now because I'm in movie mode, and I'll have to look into that later. Steady shot. This is image stabilization. I've got it on active. You've got intelligent active, active, standard, and off. And it looks like there's a steady shot mode for still images as well. Digital zoom. I do not use that because the optical zoom is what's best. The little extra that you get from digital zoom is too grainy and it's not useful, so I don't bother with it. Auto backlight. That gives you a little extra lighting in your image, and it's usually best to keep it on, especially if you're an automatic type of user. Face detection, if you like faces detected. And it's got a smile shutter as well, so it'll take a picture when smiling. I'm going to take that off right now. Let me get back in there. Smile shutter. That's for still images, that's why it's grayed out right now. Smile sensitivity. Big smile, slight smile, normal smile. Built-in zoom mic. Now, I've tried the zoom mic to zoom into an area, and I didn't feel that it did much difference, so I just leave mine on the regular mic. Wind noise reduction, you can choose on or off. If it's extraordinarily windy outside, you might want to put that on. Microphone level, I've tried this on the low and normal, and I usually prefer to have it on normal. My button, that's the button you have on your main screen here when you open it up. You can select a few items that are commonly used by you to show up. Their icons will show up on your screen. Grid line. I like the grid line on. It gives you some reference of a horizontal plane and also in positioning your composition. Display setting. I have mine on auto. Don't know much more about that. Okay. Let's get out of there. Image quality. Record mode. Not available in XAVCS format, which is the best format. So I'm not changing it off of XAVCS. So I'm not worried about that. Frame rate. If you're doing a lot of fast action, you can use 60p. Otherwise, you should keep it on 30p. Dual video recording. It makes two different files. One of them is a lower quality, which you can easily transfer to someone else via internet or data or whatever. I don't really use that feature. File format, like I said, the XAVCS is the highest quality you get out of here. Uses up a little bit more space on your card, but like I said, the quality's better. Image size. I like to keep it on large. Uses up a little more space on your memory card, but you get better results. Function playback. Okay, this is just playing back images and video that you've got on your camera. Edit. There is some very minor editing capability on here. And you can also delete and protect files. And the setup, which is actually probably the first thing we should have clicked on when we were on this portion of the video. But, you know, it gives you information about your media. You can format your card, which will prepare it for use for the device. Now, anytime you have an electronic device, you should always format your memory card in that particular device. That's always best, when possible. I don't know what that is. File number, and that's not too important. Data code. Volume, I believe that's the volume for the various buttons. Motion interval. Adjust interval of track in motion shot video. Download music, empty music. TV type, this is the ratio. 16 to 9 or 4 by 3. I use 16 by 9. HDMI resolution, you should always have it on 1080p, in my opinion. If not, then maybe auto. Control for HDMI sets the control for HDMI function. I have it on. Sometimes I use the HDMI. USB connect. Okay, I'm not connected to anything at the moment with the USB. USB connect setting, I have it on auto. USB power supply, I have that on. Okay, folks, in this next portion of the video, we're going to take a look at a series of video clips to see how this camera performs in different situations. It may take a while to view all of them, so please have some patience. This is what the camera looks like using inexpensive studio equipment, utilizing the built-in microphone. Settings are automatic exposure, automatic white balance, and the frame rate is at 30p or 30 frames per second. What do you think? This is the camera on the same settings, except now I'm using my cell phone to record the audio. Okay, folks, this first walk is with steady shot off. And I'm just walking normally, holding the Handycam in my right hand. Okay, this one is with steady shot on standard. I'm trying to walk the same speed every time I make this walk. Let me back off some wide angle there. Okay, this is the walk on steady shot active mode. And lastly, this is the intelligent active mode. Turkey time. Look at that. Here's me using the camera for selfie vlogging. I'm holding it at arm's length. This is 30 frames per second. Okay, it's time for the final analysis. I think for the price you'd pay for a new one this is the beginning of 2024, and the price is around $228 US, I believe. I think you're really getting a solid value. It's a great general purpose video camera with still image capability as well. It's very small, very lightweight. I mean, that's why they call it the Handycam. It's very handy. Fits in the palm of your hand. Has a decent lens on it. It's got a Carl Zeiss lens. It's got the flippy screen that not only flips out, but flips around so that when you're aiming the camera at yourself, if you're selfie vlogging, you can see yourself right there in the display. It's got great battery life. It's got a great zoom. I think for the price paid, you're really getting a solid value out of this camera. In fact, I'm thinking about picking me up a second backup version of this camera, so I'll have two of them. So anyway, I hope that helps. See you next time.